We are back to the warehouse for Blitzball Battle 5. Old Man Dan has retired. Let's talk Blitzball. Welcome to the Blitzball Boys, the podcast about Blitzball and boys, but lately about Blitzball. I'm your co-host, Brendan Ruppel, along with my fellow host, Peter Del Rey.
Hey, Brendan.
Hey, man.
We just talked about this, but I want to bring it up now. For the first time in Forgotten Rotten's history, Trevor is not the one carrying the team. How do you feel about that?
I feel good. I feel excited. A little aroused.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Do you want to go ahead and burn it since this is a nice and short one?
Okay.
Ha ha ha.
Wow. Right
Thank you, Shelfy. Lucenzo.
Shelfy.
Cabanetti.
It's the greatest rivalry in sports, Hookline versus Rotten. Tyler Poof is looking aloof as he throws a pitch to Drew, who thinks it must be a goof, and hits this one to the roof for the first pitch home run.
Wow.
He settles in after that, and so does Drew, but without letting up a home run. He comes back up in the second for another shot, but he only likes top shelf. Drew takes Shelfy up top for his second home run of the game. It's time for Trev to finally be a hero, but newcomer Shelfy has forgotten how to be rotten and creams a walk-off home run off Dan Canobio and sends him into retirement. Forgotten Rotten moves on.
Moo. Lucenzo Cabanetti.
Lucenzo Cabanetti. What a performance.
He's the best. He's my favorite. I love him.
Is he your favorite of this tournament, or is he like becoming one of your warehouse favorites overall?
He's becoming one of my warehouse favorites overall. He's definitely my favorite of this tournament.
Wow.
Because like I said, Forgotten Rotten is Trevor's team, right?
Yeah.
Like Forgotten Rotten is a team that in the past has really only gotten to where they got because of Tyler Poof. And now you're seeing Shelfy kind of come in, and I don't want to say he's taking over the spotlight for Forgotten Rotten.
I mean, he has so far.
Just in this tournament.
Yeah.
But like, he's really like, how many times have we seen Forgotten Rotten get through, like, in spite of Trevor's teammate? Like, Trevor really picks it up. And in this time, it's the first...
Or he tries to and he can't quite get there.
Right.
It's too much of a one-man show and it doesn't work.
Right. Like, in this tournament, it's the first time that Trev, like, I don't know, kind
He has to get
of...
picked up like every game so far because he hasn't hit
every single game, except for on the mound.
Except for on the mound, for sure.
He's been great on the mound. Sure. But, like... I don't know if it's because Trevor's like, oh, I have a good teammate now. I can kind of relax a little bit, which it definitely isn't. But it's a funny storyline to talk about.
Yeah, yeah.
Or if it's just like, hey, it's just not his day. Chris Rose said it best in this game. Like, in a how many games in a baseball season? 388. In a 388 baseball season, you have a couple like weeks where you're slumping.
Right.
In this, you have 3-4 days.
Yep.
You know, so a slump can be an awful season. That's just what Trevor's going through, probably.
Yeah.
But it's better. It's funnier to think that he said, "Oh, I could take my foot off the gas.
I can just really chill."
No, I think I'm going to suck this tournament. It's a conscious decision.
I could be good at both, but I'll just be good at one.
You know what? I think I'm just going to be good at one. I don't need to be good at both anymore.
No.
Tyler Poof, 2024.
The other interesting thing about Shelfy, too, is that in this game, he announces himself as the true replacement for Dan Canobio on the Jumbo Media staff. It's just like, hey, I took your job and I'm kicking you the fuck out of this warehouse for good.
That's really funny. I thought that you meant he actually said it, and I was like, that's a crazy thing for him to say. And I was like, no, yeah, he did. You're right.
He did
because he
very poetic.
He cranked one off of him to win.
Yeah, it's interesting.
That's crazy. Dan Canobio gone. Good riddance. Fuck you, Dan.
No more crybabies.
No more crybabies. Fuck you, Dan. This is what you see in the boxing world, right?
People
come up like this.
My headphones. Oh, there we go.
Boom, fuck you, Dan. Boom, boom, boom.
I don't want to get involved in this. Good bit though.
Great bit.
Worth trapping our headphones.
Obviously, we're not trying to fuck you, Dan. We don't.
Fuck you.
We're not trying. We both have wives.
Not our type.
Both very handsome. Both have wives. Can't do it. Illegal.
But thank you for interacting with us. And if this is your last tournament, then it was a good run. I remember
it was a great run
of getting to meet you in the warehouse and saying hello to you in Blitzball Blitz. I remember you pointed me out in what Peter calls a ridiculous outfit that I wore to Billy's that day.
It was a ridiculous outfit.
And thanks for being a part of JM and coming back even for this tournament.
Yeah. Great. Like, Dan, it was always fun watching you and saying, that guy's standing way too far away from the plate, and then absolutely shutting me up with a home run. It was a really great ride. It was a really great ride. Watching you come in, dice everybody up in this tournament. This is obviously the first game where it didn't work, but I'd say it was a great tournament to end on. Great Captains League, Franchise League. It's tough that Hookline doesn't win the cup, but one hell of 3 finals is crazy. Granted, you were only on one of the teams that made it to the finals, but still, you're part of Hookline.
Yeah,
we love Hookline here. Everybody knows that.
We're hookers.
Original listeners know that we are. Hookline was my first favorite team during the whole last 2 tournament cycles. But you'll be missed, Dan, for sure.
But they have someone that's great. That's still going to be driving the ship here in Drew Davis, who woke up, as you say, duck of the game.
Nope.
Maybe not. He woke up a little too early. Too early. Ooh, that was me this morning. I woke up at my alarm was at 5:30. I woke up at 5:25. I was so pissed off.
Gross. Why'd you wake up so early?
Got to pump.
You go to the gym in the morning,
pump. And then go to the gym. You know what I'm saying?
Pump it up.
He arrived a little too late.
Pumpers like to pump.
2 home runs today. Pitched amazing. You said it. I shit talked Drew and his good game against El Caribe, and it didn't matter. It didn't mean anything. And Peter was 100% right. I was wrong. The hitting translated. The pitching translates no matter what. And he did both those things really well. He pitched a shutout inning with ease. Was dominant.
Yep.
Bat and ball in hand.
Yep. But as my big note, my number 1 talking point that I had on this this game was Drew got hot too late. First, I guess, second elimination game, first true playoff game. Not the time to finally show up.
Yeah.
Because you want a little bit of cushion. They had to play in. It's tough. We were talking about this too before the game. All 4 guys had great pitching performance.
Yeah.
Only 1 guy pitched over 20 balls, which is insane. That was Trevor, and that's only because he struggled with walks a little bit today.
Yeah.
Drew finally came back, 13 pitches, 3 outs recorded, 2 strikeouts, nothing else. No base runners. None. And then at the plate, 5 at-bats, 2 home runs, and a walk. You can't really ask for more. I mean, the one thing that if you want to nitpick, right, his 2 home runs really weren't as impactful as they could have been because they were at the start of both of the innings, right?
First pitch and first at-bat in the second.
And then besides those first at-bats, he got no hits.
Yeah.
None.
I mean, maybe you could also spin it this way that since Dan Kenobi was a complete non-threat, they were just going after him. And if maybe there's some people on base, they would be pitching to Drew a little bit differently with more pressure on the base paths and stuff. But it was really just there's never anybody on when Drew was up.
The big thing that we were talking about before is Hookline's biggest weakness is Dan Canobio.
Is their sickness
and
for the thickness.
Not just Dan Canobio, but Dan Canobio's seeming propensity for breaking down at some point in a tournament. We saw it before in a final, or in 2 finals, really, where that was when it happened. And it was okay, that's very fortunate for Hookline that he lasted all the way to the end. For here, Dan came into this game. Is it even fair to say arguably the best pitcher? He was probably the best pitcher coming into this game in the tournament.
Yeah.
And it's, 4 batters, 3 hits.
Yeah. I mean,
and
Jolly
a strikeout.
had that sign for him saying, I voted for Dan for plastic surgeon. I mean, he only pitched 3 innings, I think, going into that game. But, I mean, he knew he needed to save himself because you come into this tournament throwing every day for 3 or 4 days in a row. After coming off of not throwing at all, assumingly, it's going to tax your arm pretty badly. It's going to fucking really hurt by the 3rd or 4th day. So, good that he got this far.
Spoiler alert.
We said he probably didn't play at all going into this tournament. So,
nope.
He's not building himself up. It's amazing that he's able to just show up cold and then do what he did in the first place.
Spoiler alert, little bit for the next episode because we are recording this one and the next one on the same day. Dan Canobio, the only person in the warehouse to have no walks as a pitcher.
Because
the only one.
Jimmy Norton
73.
Accomplish that.
73 pitches thrown total, 4 games played, 9 strikeouts, 4 hits, no walks, 3 earned runs. This is the team that Hookline is. They live and die by the mound, and it's unfortunate that Rotten was able to get enough runs off of them that they did.
It was a good swing,
but
too.
Good for them.
It was an outside pitch. I mean, sometimes that lefty outside fastball tails away from you and you think it's going to come in, or it just like it looks so juicy and it goes too far away, and Shelfy takes it the other way really nicely. It's a beautiful swing, gets the barrel on it. And that's a story you were saying off the pod about how you're amazed how this slugging percentage overall has gone up this tournament. Well, you said average has gone down?
Average has gone down from BB4.
I think that the guys are sort of understanding the power of that thick boy bat and just needing to get the barrel to the ball and it goes. You've played with these things, like as long as you make solid contact in the right spot in the bat, it'll go very far.
I mean, even if you make solid contact in the wrong part of the bat, it goes far.
Yeah, right. You saw like the jam shot in the next game we're going to talk about.
Spoiler.
Wall, but it really is true. As long as you you don't want to take huge daddy hacks, and we've seen people like Nicky Cass kind of understand that, especially this season, where if you take too big of swings, you're going to be way ahead of it because that bat is so damn light. And if you are able to just control yourself, let the barrel do the work.
Let the barrel do the work.
And we're seeing guys do that. Just really, we've seen a lot of home runs as of late.
We're seeing guys do that, and they're hitting quite a bit of home runs. Good job to the forgottenest of the rottenists, our good boys Tyler Poof and Lucenzo Cabanetti, who, Lucenzo, I know you're listening. We want you on here. We want to talk to you.
Mm-hmm. We'll stop calling you Lucenzo if you come on.
No, we won't.
Probably not. No.
We'll call you Lucenzo to your face. Great game. Not much to talk about otherwise, except for our player of the game.
Player of the game.
Rock on, dude.
Rock on, dude.
Dude, fucking rock on.
Rock on, Drew Davis. My player of the game, Drew Davis, a member of the losing team.
In the middle of the jokes, Brendan?
Sorry.
You said it in the middle of the jokes?
You're just saying the same shit over and over again.
Dude, rock on, dude. Don't fucking tell me.
I said rock on, Drew Davis. I was helping you.
Tell me not to rock on, dude.
Sorry.
Go to the YouTube. See us rock on.
Rock on, Drew Davis. How about this? Let's rock today. I can't do it with my middle finger. It doesn't go very high, but
School of Rock. Let's rock.
Yeah, those are good fingers. You have very bendy
Thanks,
fingers.
dude. I got very bendy fingers. Everybody want to see?
I have the opposite.
During the plugs.
Come to our meet and greet later this year.
Come to our meet and greet later.
And you can see how unbendy mine are and how fucking crazy bend. Peter can bend his whole hand in half.
I can touch my nail to my wrist.
It is true. It's weird. Drew Davis. You had 2 home runs. You pitched like a beast. You shut me up, and I think that was probably your goal, is what I'm guessing. I know you lost, but if there were 2 Drew Davises on Hookline sinkers in this game, they would have won the game. And I think that's what matters most.
Rude. You're rude to the retiree.
That's what matters most. Am I wrong?
Very rude.
Am I wrong?
No, but it's very rude.
Well, this is a word about Drew, so I want to hype him up. If it makes other people get put down, that's just a side effect.
You want to do what to Dan?
I gotta put him down. Put him out the pasture.
No.
You gotta kill the guy. We gotta kill him.
No, you can't do that. He's just a dad. He's a father.
Of Drew?
No, of everyone.
Oh.
Oh.
Still gotta kill him.
All right. See you later, Dad.
That's my word. Agree or disagree?
I agree. Just kidding. Okay. It's Shelfy for sure.
Okay.
But that's besides the point. It's hard. It's hard to pick against. It's hard to pick. Yeah, I guess kind of.
Less RBIs.
I guess kind of. It's a toss up either way, really. At the end of the day, it was a toss up between the two. Drew had a great game. Like we said, Drew got too hot too late. If Drew played like this from the beginning of the tournament, we could be talking about Drew as a potential MVP.
That could be the story of his life too. He might have been like an ugly kid, and he just recently got hot.
Why would you do that?
You tell us, Drew. Did you get too hot too late?
Drew, did you get too hot too late? Drew, famously a hot guy.
Hot guy.
Pretty famously.
This is also a compliment. This is part of the award.
This is also a compliment. But Drew, we're not trying to do anything with you. We're married. We may be handsome. but we're not trying to do anything with you.
We would toe the line with you though.
My wife looks just like Drew. She looks just like
Just
him.
a better mustache.
Just a better mustache. A little bit shorter. Just a little bit shorter.
Yeah.
A little bit shorter. Play of the game.
Play the game.
You know what? That's a pretty funny joke.
We got a deck of the week.
Shelfino's walk-off home run is my play of the game.
Way to go,
Lucenzo
Shelfino.
Cabanetti comes through. In this period where we talk about it all the time, I feel like we bring it up every episode. 2 runs is not enough to feel safe in Blitzball.
No,
Forgotten Rotten comes in.
Or sometimes Hookline sinkers.
Right. Forgotten Rotten comes in, Forgotten Rotten comes into the bottom. They could be dejected. Ew. Family show. Stop that. The last episode was the bad one. This is a family show.
You were the one that said it.
You said it twice. They could have come into the bottom of the second dejected. They didn't because Shelfy fucking screamed. My notes at the end of the top of the first, Drew is up. Shelfy's pitching, 2 outs, runner on second. My first note, Shelfy has so much potential to be a top guy in Blitzball, and then he proved it by striking out Drew and roaring, bringing all the momentum back to Rotten. Mm-hmm. You saw Dan, who has been terrifying this whole tournament. Trev comes up, gets a hit, which is like crazy. Drew dives for
nuts.
it. Drew dives for it.
One.
Did he prevent a double? Because I know he got there and like just slapped it up.
I think
I don't know if it hit the ground or it already hit the ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he could have made an out on it.
He could have, but it was tough.
Him then the wall. Yeah.
He dove forward and it hit him in the palm of his hand. So he could have, but it was
a different play. Different play. I know what you're talking about
now. Then Shelfy comes up, hits it right up the side, hits the wall before Drew gets it. That's another hit. Trev strikes out, and then Shelfy comes up. All the momentum in the world.
Are we doing the inning recap during the award?
Well, it kind of like it works, right? Like Shelfy comes up, all the momentum in the world behind him, the weight of Rotten on his shoulders, only 1 out, no pressure at all, so you could just go up there and swing it. Destroys the ball. Absolute. Dan has looked the best out of every pitcher in this tournament so far. The only game where it matters. Shelfy says, "You know what? Like what you said at the beginning, I'm here to replace you."
Yeah. Yes. Yep.
It's me, Daniel. Oh my God, his name is Daniel.
Oh shit, new Daniel.
Oh shit, Lucenzo Cabanetti.
Damn, Daniel.
He's replaced Dan. Oh my God, there's 3 Dans in this tournament.
Is this Dan back at it again with the white vans?
But Daniel Cabanetti is the only one who matters.
The one who matters.
He's
now.
back at it with his white vans.
Good for you.
The cars. Good for you, Lucenzo.
So imagine Trev also starts to hit. Then you have this guy who's
pretty good.
I'd say like above league average hitter, and a even better pitcher because he's pretty fierce in the mound. He can get it up there. He always throws his fastball about 68, 69. He's got some breaking balls, pretty around the zone, good control.
Don't be breaking my balls.
He's been, like we've been saying, he's been carrying this team. And imagine Trevor wakes up. This is a team that could be.
I'm supposed to be imagining.
Yeah, still keep imagining. This is a team that could be up there with Lovius.
Yeah, I love you.
Who they lost to already, but that was when Trevor was dead.
That was when Trevor
was
alive.
Now
he's alive.
There yet. I don't know. Who knows?
Trev is alive with the sound of music.
I've seen that. One time.
One time. But I like that.
You
if Trev could wake up next game, again, it's late to wake up.
He's so late to wake up. Shelfy has brought him this far. TBH.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I'm cool.
So last episode, we famously said I thought only Lovias or Rotten could win the whole thing.
No,
you said McFlurry Power.
There might be 4.
Well, no. This game, to be honest with you, and where we are now with, spoiler alert, and before we talk about next episode, there's only 4 teams left.
Oh, my God.
I don't even know if I'd put McFlurry Power in the top 2 anymore. Nope, wrong. Yeah. Forgotten Rotten in the top 2 anymore. I don't think I'd put them in the top 2 anymore.
Okay.
Just because, we can't keep saying Trev's going to show up, Trev's going to show up, Trev's going to show up. He's played, what, 3.5 games now?
Right.
And he hasn't shown up. Like, oh, bud, you only have 2 games at most left.
Imagine he does.
No, I'm not imagining anymore. We're far enough in this tournament where we go based off of results.
Okay.
Right now, he has not done enough. He hasn't.
Hey.
Hey.
I still think McFlurry wins the whole tournament.
Okay, that's not what we're fucking talking about.
Just a separate thought.
You like lilacs.
Also true.
Also true. Purple. I think lilacs are purple. Mm-hmm. Now, here in the show, we usually do our what to watch for. But as we've talked about, I don't know if you picked up on it. We were making little bits and pieces here where we already saw the next game. Mm-hmm. We were supposed to record yesterday, weren't able to. So we're going to do a double today. You're going to get 2 episodes, not in the same. We're going to split this one. But we're not doing a what to watch for. We're going to skip this one. And instead, we're going to say, like, what has been your favorite fielder moment of the tournament so far?
You're asking the commenters?
You.
Me?
Oh, yeah, okay, the commenters. Everybody in the comments. Everyone in the comments. Come here.
Get close. He's trying to get
down there and tell us your favorite fucking fielder moments.
Okay. You heard him.
You heard me, you sons of bitches. Go to YouTube if you're on Spoofy.
I'll try. My favorite one is probably the it's the Dalton Fieldy catch. It's a Dalton Fieldy catch.
I mean, he's a fielder. I didn't say designated fielder, did I?
No, you said fielder, so I'm
there. You go. Daltinho. If you're Daltinho or anybody else who's ever heard of him, Brendan, what should you be drinking?
Drink Subtlety is a drink made by me. You can find it at subtlety.com. Use code HAPPYBOYS for $2 off your order of a 12-pack. You can listen to the Happy Boys wonderful Christmas spectacular where Santa shows up every episode at the top of the episode. I also toned down the horn volume, so listen to that and enjoy
what does that mean?
Your car while you're finishing up the episodes.
You toned down the what?
The horn noise.
No, you said the horn volume, Brendan. What does that mean?
The horn volume.
Why don't you break it down for all of our fans? Family friendly.
Oh, it's this one.
No, it's
I'll leave
this
it full
one.
Volume. That's this one.
No, it's this one.
So when you hear that, I'm going to leave that one up. I'm going to even crank that one up a little bit, and someone is going to crash their car. Comments below if you crash your car while listening to this episode.
Comment below while you crash your car.
Multitaskers. Listen to the Happy Boys wherever you get your podcasts. Watch them on YouTube. You can also listen to us wherever you get your pods or watch us on YouTube. We finally have crushed that 100 subscriber threshold, so thank you to all those who have been subscribing.
Wait, you got to shout out our number 100.
And Warehouse Rob, thank you for being our number 100. You're our man. We love you.
We love you, Rob.
You interact with us the most on Twitter and elsewhere. You rock and
roll.
Thank you. Oh, that's why
Brendan always forgets that one.
Rock and or rum.
You rock in. Oh. Shit.
So let's next up 142.
142.
Next up.
Thank you very much for listening. We really appreciate everything that you guys do. We appreciate the community that we have, even though it's 1 or 2 comments per video. It really means a lot to us. We're very happy you listen. We're happy that you enjoy the Warehouse games as we do as well. If you want to talk to us, Brendan responds to every comment on the YouTube. If you want to talk on Twitter, I am Peter Posk. Brendan is Ruppy Puppy. Ruppie, Puppie. Both of them spelled wrong. Here you go, you little freaks. There you go.
There you go.
And Brendan, ask me the question.
Got anything else you want to talk about?
Nope.
Bye.
Bye.